Crack a down. Anyways, I think your boy's going to go through it for a minute. But yeah, I was just waking up and I was thinking to myself, like, what kind of videos do I want to do today? What do I want to talk about? And really, like, I sometimes I have nothing to say. I have no fucking idea. And I just turn on the camera anyways. Just, like, we're just going to rant. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. Worst part is just going to the iCloud to never be seen again. But yeah, man, the whole fucking perfection, man. Perfection is impossible. Perfection will never exist, dude. It's so hard to exist. By you trying to get all your fucking videos perfect, everything you're doing perfect. Yeah, let me get this drawing perfect. You ain't getting shit done, dude. You're just constantly working on shit, man, that just never gets finished. And that's like, and that's cool and all. That's cool and all, but at a certain point, motherfuckers need shit done. Now, like, we'll talk about perfection and how it actually can be a bad thing. Y'all have probably watched the movie American History X. It's a great movie. It's about kind of like race and racism and how kind of like it develops, how a racist develops into a racist, and how like I don't know. It's just really weird. It's a very weird movie because it kind of shows like the dynamics of just people in general. Like I don't know. It kind of just like humanizes it in a way, or just kind of makes it like I don't know. It just kind of shows like I don't know. It's very hard to talk about racial shit and race matters and do it right. But I feel like American History X was like so close on the fence that like, dude, like I know like a racist person probably watched it and then had a moment like where they just kind of like realized mid movie like their issue and they were just like, damn, why am I like this? But yeah, that was a great movie. It was like a legendary movie. But you know what's crazy? The director of that movie was a perfectionist. And once they gave him a budget, they gave him a bunch of time, and he kept on trying to add on, recut it, re-snip it, redo this. And at a certain point, the fucking studios just looks at Edward Norton like, dude, just finish this fucking project for us, dude. Like, we need this shit out. Tony Kaye is just revising, which I get it. Perfection, man. It's a near perfect movie, and who knows, maybe the version Tony Kaye wanted to put out would be better than the version we got now. Hard to tell. But at the same time, maybe the studio saw that it was going to be too bloated. But either way, it seems as if Edward Norton cut a lot of shit out to have more appearances. Is like kind of, I guess, the issue Tony Kaye had with it. But either way, the issue with Tony Kaye is just a tell of perfectionism and how perfectionism became his enemy. And at a certain point, the movie was done. The final cuts, I guess Norton kind of had the final say in the cut. Everyone liked the version. So at this point, like, Tony Kaye just goes fucking ape shit. He loses his fucking mind. And he starts bad-mouthing the fucking, the movie, talking shit about it. And then he even tried to change his name to Humpty Dumpty. However, I guess like the Screen Guild or whatever, they basically told him like, nah, man, like you can't badmouth a movie and then change your name as the director. Like you can only do that if you hadn't previously badmouthed the movie. So basically, I guess they just realized like, I guess there's just like sabotage laws in Hollywood and shit. But yeah, basically this dude tried everything he could to sabotage the movie. And you know what? The movie turned out great. Like, American History X is remembered now as one of the best movies ever. And Tony Kaye could have been a popular director, man. He could have been a popular director, but he is such a fucking perfectionist that he gave the studio that made the movie nothing but a goddamn headache, dude. And then, like, everyone else saw that he was giving the studio a headache. And now all these studios, when they see him, they go, wow, that's a good dude at making commercials. But, man, if you, we don't want another fucking American History X, like, fiasco going on, man. Because that dude, like, really tried to fucking destroy the movie. But in the process of him being a perfectionist, he just destroyed his career as a director. He got so caught up in trying to make this movie perfect and exactly the way he wanted it that he couldn't see the collaborative vision, you know? Like, if he would have just said, you know what, like, let me just work with Edward Norton, let's just try to get this shit where both of us like, he would have done better. But instead, he wanted shit done his own way. And I get it. A lot of people say, well, that's his, he was the director of the movie. But it's like, dude, this is his first movie as a director. He wasn't no Quentin Tarantino. So he doesn't have that pull. And even when you talk to Quentin Tarantino, I'm pretty sure, like, he didn't have all the pull in the first movies compared to the later. Or maybe he did. Maybe he did because it was, like, self-financed. That's hard to tell. But either way, man, Tony Kaye could have easily went up there with, like, Quentin Tarantino as a director. But, man, just being a fucking hard-headed perfectionist, man. Like, nobody wants to be around that shit, man. Nobody wants to be around a perfectionist, man. Even when I worked in restaurants, I don't want to be around a perfectionist, man. Like, which is make everything good and get the shit done, dude. Like, nothing more annoying than a motherfucker being like, oh, well, this needs this exact amount of cheese, man. It needs close to that amount of cheese, man. It'll be fine. Motherfuckers be trying to, like, perfect your shit and just getting you stuck in the fucking weeds. And it's one of those things that happens, man. Like, you try to perfect everything you do, and then guess what? Now you're just taking forever to do any goddamn thing, dude. So, yeah, I just think it's an interesting story of perfectionism because if he would have just been grateful for the opportunity and would have tried to make the most out of it, he would have done better off. And I would say, like, his second or third movie, he would have got to the point where he's like, hey, man, like, I just directed American History X. Like, I know what I'm doing. Let me have the reins more. And they probably would have done it because he had more titles under his belt, where he's a commercial guy, man. Dude, he made commercials. And now we got him in charge of a fucking multi-million-dollar movie, and now he just keeps wanting to shoot, keep wanting to recut shit, and we already have a version that looks good. Why are we trying to recut shit? But yeah, that perfectionism, man, it just made him so hard to work with, dude. And you know, like, when you look up the definition of, like, destroying yourself by trying to be perfect, that's Tony Kaye, man. He tried so hard to have the perfect movie. He wanted American History X his exact way. And because he wouldn't fucking stop for a minute and just accept the collaborative effort, work with, like, the studios, he basically became a director that no one wanted to touch, man. So you can be the most talented director ever, but if you're a perfectionist that just makes everything harder on everyone around you, man, people aren't going to want to work with you. It doesn't matter how talented you are, man. Perfectionist is cool sometimes, man, but at the end of the day, man, you don't want to be the dude out here that everyone's avoiding, man. You don't want to be the manager that, like, every time that you have the shift with this fucking manager, you're stressing. You're just like, God damn it, man, this dude's going to be on my dick about everything, dude. Like, every fucking thing, like, oh, my bacon's not centered right. This dude's going to be pissed. You don't want to be a perfectionist because everyone around you is going to hate you. You want to be good at what you're doing and be able to stay in your lane and get out of your lane when necessary, or get out of the way when necessary, man. But, yeah, you could have one of the best movies in history, but because of, like, your attitude and how you went about it, nobody's going to touch you with a 10-foot stick, man. So that's something you got to learn, man. So sometimes, man, it's just about getting this shit out and getting shit done and going about your day, man. Because sometimes a perfectionist will have a video that they've been editing for months. And by the time they almost release it, the topic ain't even worth covering now, man. But the first person that dropped a video about it, actually like a decent, good video, not a perfect video, just a good video, they're probably going to get the most traffic because they dropped first. So yeah, man, it's just a huge game, man, in this entertainment industry. And that includes YouTube, man. So don't be a perfectionist because you're going to sabotage your own shit. But yo, shout out PC Pomegranate and check out the spring tee. We got some new merch. And we're going to plot harder. But yeah, man, the story of a perfectionist who destroyed his own legacy, man. It is a tragic tale. But I think Tony Kae's actually dropping something new. So we'll see if he can redeem himself. But man, just watch out how you move in this industry.